Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to Killer Dishes. Thank you so much for being here. Today, I am welcoming my very first guest. I'm so excited to have him here. He is my confidant, my dearest and nearest. You might know him from all of the gay bars in West Hollywood, Nashville, and Palm Springs. Please welcome the one, the only, the incomparable, Frank Hundley III.
Thank you so much for that warm and highly accurate introduction. I would also like to mention that sometimes I drink at home by myself, so you can also find me there.
He's the perfect guest. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Today, I'm going to be telling you about a murder. For that reason, I'm wearing my I just murdered my rich husband robe.
That's exactly what I thought when I saw this outfit. It was like, she clearly just murdered her rich husband.
Well, thinking about it, fingers crossed. The other reason I have invited you is because we're going to be making martinis today. Murder and martinis, how perfect is that? But I don't drink martinis, and I don't know how to make a martini, and I know that you like to drink a lot and make martinis, kind of, maybe.
I like all the alcohols.
Fabulous. Well, let's get started. Today, I'm going to be telling you about the tragic murder of Christian Abumseli. He was a very, very handsome young man, and he was tragically murdered by his girlfriend, this bitch, Courtney Taylor Clenny.
I love it when it's a woman murdering a man, though, because it's always men murdering women. So, like, I am always rooting for the woman. Kill.
We're all about diversity here in Killer Dishes.
I love it.
So go ahead and get started. So Christian Abumseli is a North Texas man. He was 27 years old. By all accounts, a really lovely guy. He had a lot of friends. He has a lot of family that is championing for this case. And he was murdered by his girlfriend, who he lived with in a luxury high-rise penthouse in Miami called El Paraíso.
Okay.
Which means the paradise.
The paradise, all right. Shake it. This is how Mom likes it. Shaken and not stirred. It releases some kind of chemical in the vodka, apparently, and I love chemicals, so...
Who doesn't? So they were living together in this high-rise, in a penthouse of this beautiful high-rise in Miami. She is an OnlyFans girl. She's very successful on OnlyFans, and she has 2 million followers on Instagram.
I'm going to get the glasses out of the freezer because we've been frosting them because that enhances the flavor of the martini.
These are things that I didn't know about making a martini. I'm so glad that Frank is here.
You're so lucky to have an alcoholic friend.
So where was I before you so rudely interrupted?
Oh, they were living in a penthouse high-rise.
They were living in a high-rise.
Very successful OnlyFans.
She's on OnlyFans. She's got 2 million followers on Instagram. Side note, she has lost her verification on Twitter, but Instagram has still not taken away her blue check mark. And she's... Okay, so I haven't even gotten to the juice yet.
Why would she lose her verification?
Because she murdered someone?
But she's still herself, right?
She's still a person? No, she does not deserve... She doesn't deserve a blue check mark anywhere after she's murdered someone. Okay, so... On April 3rd, that's a great reason to not... If you're verified, don't murder someone.
You're going to lose your verification. That's hard to get.
That's very hard to get.
Yeah, and I really, it's not supposed to be this color.
Do you want to make another one? Why is it that color?
I put too much vermouth in.
Well, we're just going to keep on making martinis until we get it right. Or until Frank hits the floor, whichever comes first.
You've seen how much I can put away.
We'll be here all day.
It's going to take a lot of martinis.
We'll have to make a second run. Okay, so on April 3rd, we're getting to the juice of the story here.
All right.
On April 3rd,
police... for my birthday. What a way to honor me.
Courtney did it for you. She heard all about you.
And they took her check mark away. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
On April 3rd, police were called for not the first time of a domestic dispute between Courtney and Toby, as his friends call him. They arrived to find to find Toby stabbed to death, and Courtney was covered in presumably his blood. Now, police took her down to the station.
Open and shut case, right?
Open and shut case.
Yeah, the boyfriend is dead.
She's holding a knife over his body.
Yeah, right. Okay,
this should be an open and shut case. Okay.
Clearly it's not, though.
It is not, because guess what happened?
What happened? What did this do?
She's claiming, while she's being questioned by law enforcement, she's claiming that she's suicidal, she's going to kill herself. So in the state of Florida, they do something called Baker Act. So she was Baker Acted, which, to bring you up to speed, is essentially a 5150, which is what happened to Britney Spears when she went crazy in 2007. It was a bad year for Britney.
Yeah, bad year for Britney.
They 5150'd her. That's when the police take you in because you might be a danger to yourself or others.
Bynes too, right?
Amanda Bynes, all of the girls that were 5150'd. I don't think Lindsay Lohan was ever 51.
How did she get away with not getting a 5150? And she still has her blue check mark? Wow. Okay.
So they take her in for questioning. She's released after a few days. No, she's not in jail waiting. She is released. Then, a few days later, she is seen at a bar with her dad ordering a cocktail.
To Lindsay.
Courtney.
Also Lindsay. Yeah. I stand Lindsay for life.
I'll videotape her. Right now, you should go. Yeah, you should go. Because you just killed your boyfriend. Yeah, you did. Yeah, and yeah. Okay. Cool.
I also saw a podcast talking about this case, which is a podcast that normally talks about health and fitness, bodybuilders. The reason why they were talking about Courtney on this particular episode of the podcast was because Courtney has a connection to the bodybuilder world. She once dated Mr. World.
Sean Ronan actually dated this girl for quite some time. And actually, he cheated on his wife, Michelle, with her. The reason she broke Sean's jaw, she uppercut him and shattered his jaw because she found out that Sean was lying to her about not being single.
Okay, I know your viewers at home are going to get to see pictures of these folks, but she must be really hot if she's pulling bodybuilders.
She's hot and she's muscular. She's got a body. Here, let me show you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. She's okay. Yeah, hello. Call the thought police. Yeah, she is, giving you a lot of sexy there. So was Christian or Toby?
Christian, do you want to see him?
Yeah, he must have been pretty hot too. If
he was very good-looking young man.
Bodybuilder dating world.
This is all alleged. This is, information that I got off a guy that does a podcast. Okay, we're not getting this information from, name me a reputable news source.
Walter Cronkite. Is he still doing news?
Is he still alive? I don't think they know who that is.
He's not, yeah. Anderson Cooper.
I did not get this information from Anderson Cooper.
She's breaking bodybuilders' jaws. Domestic violence is serious and nothing to be joked about. But I'm going to tell a joke about it. The irony of some bodybuilder suffering in silence is a victim of domestic violence.
Was embarrassed to tell people why he had a broken jaw and came up with this story that it was a car accident.
So she's a fully unhinged violent psychopath.
So I'm glad you asked that. Do you want to make me one of those?
Yeah. Oh God, yes. I'm sorry. I was just so into your story. Yeah. Okay.
Please continue. So you asked. So she was some unhinged woman.
Yeah.
Well, apparently some of her friends have come out in defense of Christian Toby Abumseli, saying that she was actually usually the aggressor, that they were the couple that was fighting constantly. They were the couple that just seems always to be on the verge of breaking up. But they're just toxic. Who wants to hang out with that couple?
Oh, no, that couple.
My husband and I are certainly not that couple.
Certainly not.
We're very much in love, however, he is.
All of your fighting behind closed doors. I really appreciate that.
This couple, however, I'll let you do your shake. Do it again.
the Bond way.
Now, there was another report of a neighbor. Now, again, we don't know how accurate this information is. We don't know how credible these witnesses are, but a neighbor said that he saw with his own two eyes Christian hitting Courtney, and he couldn't tell if it was with a closed fist or an open hand. Does it matter? No, I don't like. Either way is not.
Yeah.
Either way is not good.
Yeah. Here you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That smells terrible.
You're welcome.
Cheers. And it tastes even worse. But if you like martinis, I'm sure it's...
If you like things that taste terrible, you're going to love my martini.
Cheers.
Cheers. Don't worry, I'll drink it.
Will you drink both of them?
Yeah, I got it. I got this, yeah.
So to wrap this up, guys, there's really not a resolution in this case.
Wait.
She's out on bail.
What?
She's awaiting a court hearing.
Has she been charged with anything?
She has not been charged with anything yet. She's waiting for a court date where they will determine what charges she's been being brought up against, if any.
Wait. No. So wait, was this April 3rd of this year?
Yeah,
of 2022?
it just happened.
Oh, so they picked her up, and she obviously is saying, I didn't do it, I didn't kill him, it was somebody else, like...
No, she's saying that it was self-defense.
Okay.
She's saying it was self-defense, and then she was so suicidal that she was going to kill herself, so they 5150'd her, but in Florida, they Baker Acted her. She got out 3 days later, and now she is free, roaming the world.
Okay.
Awaiting.
So she's not disputing that she is responsible for his death.
She's saying that it was self-defense.
That it was he was attacking her and she was defending herself and she killed him in self-defense.
And here's another point to point. Just hours earlier in the day, she went live on OnlyFans. She was wearing the same exact outfit that we see her in later footage once she is arrested. One of her viewers asked her, like, hey, Courtney, where do you see yourself in 5 years? She didn't say prison, but that's what we're hoping for. She said, oh, I see myself owning a bunch of businesses, maybe having a few kids. No.
You obviously do not believe that it was self-defense.
I don't. I'm torn. You know what? I'm torn. Like, if you could overpower me very easily, presumably the only way that I could get away from you would be to stab you, then it's like kill or be killed.
Yeah, but stabbing someone to death, like, that's a lot.
That seems like overkill, right? Especially a man of his size.
So we need more details. Like, we need to know, was it like one stab to the throat and he was down, or I mean, if he was stabbed like a bunch of times.
Those details have not been released yet, but in the video of her with handcuffs, the amount of blood covering her entire body would make me believe that this was multiple stab wounds. I'm thinking this is a woman with anger issues. I'm thinking this is a woman that solves her problems through violence. I'm thinking that this is a woman that is in toxic relationships. I do not support her version of the story. I stand with his family. I would... Even with the few details that I have, I'm standing with the family on this one, and I really hope that justice is served and that this woman spends the rest of her life in jail, and I want Instagram to take away her verification at the very least. So on that note, we will end this episode with our questionable martinis. I want to thank you for coming to my kitchen.
I want to thank you for sharing with me the story of this just woman that, you know...
Diabolical monster.
That I admire very deeply.
That is today's episode of Killer Dishes. Thank you so much for joining. I want to thank our sponsors, which is my husband, for helping me remodel this kitchen, who will never watch any of my videos because he hates true crime. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to go work on my next case, and we'll see you next time on Killer Dishes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,